Hey guys! All right, we are in week 3 of the mastermind sessions. We've been talking a lot about goals and dreams and breaking it all up. And this week with the coaches on the mastermind Zoom, we're going through all 50 and how many they have in their 1, 3, 5, and 10 year. We're going through their top 4, why they want it, why those top 4 things are so important to them. And today I want to talk about the plan. So you have these goals, you have these dreams, you have these things that you want to achieve in your life. That's the first part. We have to know what we want and what we're going after. The second thing is the plan, and planning is my favorite. I was a financial planner, and my husband is he was a planner as well. He isn't anymore, but he was why can't I think of it? Like city and regional planning type thing. So we're both just planners. So I love this section. This is the part that I'm really good at. And first I want to talk about when it comes to making your plan to actually make these things happen. In life, the natural flow is downward. The natural flow is pulling you down. It's negative. I don't know why, but that is just the natural flow. So the thing that we have to do is we actually have to go upstream. So good things, challenges, rewards, success, it's all upstream. So you're going to be fighting against that natural flow of being pulled downwards. And so that's why it's so important when you're creating your planning, you're setting up your goals, that you are surrounding yourself with like-minded people. You're surrounding yourself with people who lift you up. You're surrounding yourself with people who want to accomplish the same things as you. You're surrounding yourself with people who want more. And this is really important, and sometimes that can change. For example, I have a friend, she's a coach, and she was in groups, and she would see these negative posts from other coaches. And it's not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just that when you are around that type of negativity, it seeps in your mind. So if you're surrounding yourself with people that are negative, like, you become that 6th person. We are who we surround ourselves with. So if you're around 5 broke people, you're the 6th. If you are around 5 negative people, you're the 6th. If you're around 5 complainers, you're the 6th. If you're around 5 people who just talk about action, never take action, you're the 6th. So you really have to be conscious of who you're choosing to spend your time with, because those outside influences really do affect us. It's not that you can't be around those people and still reach your goals. You can. It's just going to be harder. You're just going to be swimming upstream, like on a stronger current, to get away from that negative energy. So I want to talk about your plan. And the cool thing with coaching is that we are given a plan. We are given the business activity tracker. It tells us exactly what to do every single day to reach our goals in this business. It tells us what to do, right? But here's the thing. That plan, those activities, they work. We know they work. But you have to figure out how they work for you. You have to create that plan for you. And what I mean by that is, for me, personally, every single week, some of you are going to be blown away, I invite 100 people. At least every single week, 100 people. I always have. There are people out there that'll tell you they invite 2 to 5 a day, and that is incredible, and that is amazing. And I've never been able to reach my goals that I wanted to accomplish as fast as I want to accomplish them by inviting 2 to 5 people a day. So my plan is to invite 100 every single week. Another thing, is posting to social media, right? Some people have a social media calendar, and they post to social media every single week, and they know what they're going to be posting on social media based on their social media calendar. Doesn't work for me. Do I post to social media? Yes, I do. Is it a vital behavior? Yes, it is. But I have a plan for me, and my plan with social media is more just kind of on a whim all over the place. I have no idea day to day what I'm going to post or what I'm going to go live about. There is no rhyme or reason. The other thing, personal development, that is a plan. That's an action item that is required to create success in our business, right? And you will see some people, if they're having a bad day, they'll just go do 2 to 3 hours of personal development. That is their plan. Doesn't work for me. Doesn't work for me. If I'm having a bad day, the only thing that gets me out of that bad day is taking action. Even if I don't want to, I just keep taking it before the cloud lifts, and the cloud usually lifts by the end of the day. If I sit down and do personal development for 3-4 hours, whatever, if I'm having a bad day, that just makes me in a worse mood. I've tried it because I'm like, it works for those people, doesn't work for me. That's okay. The thing you have to know with your plan is it's your plan. It's what works for you. And that, for most people when they're going after their goals, the hard part is figuring out what they have to do every day first. You already know what to do every day. That's huge. Beachbody tells us that. That is huge. But you have to figure out what that looks like for you. And if you get to the end of 30 days, we're going to focus on a plan for 30 days. If you get to the end of your 30 days and you haven't accomplished, say your goal was Success Club 10, and at the end of 30 days, you have invited 100 people and you hit Success Club 5, the next thing you have to do with your plan is you have to sit back and reflect. Take 30 minutes once a week, 15 minutes once a week, 30 minutes once a month, and reflect. Take time to reflect. What went well on your plan? What did you do? What needs to change on your plan? If that were me, if I got to the end of February and I had only earned Success Club 5, I would look back at my business activity tracker. I would see how many people I started new conversations with. I would look at how many people I invited, and I would double all that. That's what I would do. So I will reflect on my previous plan so that I can make an even better plan going forward for the next month. Just like I was saying with the social media calendar, that works for some people. That's amazing. If that works for you, use it. I've tried it. It doesn't work for me. I'm more of like on the whim. With personal development, some people have like a personal development calendar of what they're doing every day, all year long. They have a plan for it. Yes, you need to do personal development, but maybe you're more of an on the whim kind of person. That's me. I'm an on the whim kind of person with personal development. However, I know that for me this year, I wanted to change that. So my plan is to actually have like a plan for my personal development, what I'm doing, and I have that set up. Now, it's not like it's set up for the entire year. I just know what I'm doing until I finish this current personal development I'm working on, and then I'll go on to the next thing, right? Last year, just randomly on a whim, I was like, let's all read 6 Months to Six Figures. And if you haven't read that book, when it comes to making a plan, that book is incredible at reverse engineering your goals. I love it. So you have to have the plan. On top of having the plan, you have to reflect on the plan and make changes because this is about growth. So in your plan, I want you to focus on who are you becoming, right? So I have, and you have to take action on your plan, right? You have to work the plan. So it's not just enough to have a plan. Like for me, I know every week I want to grow my network by 100 people. Every week I want to invite 100 people. Every week I'm going to post to social media. Every week I'm going to do my personal development. Every week I'm going to do my workouts. Every day I'm going to drink my shake. We have that given to us. But what does that plan look like for you? So I want you guys to get out a calendar of some sort, whatever works for you. Here's the thing. I can give you what works for me, but maybe it doesn't work for you. I like Google Calendar. I'm not like a fancy app kind of person. I just won't use it. But on Google Calendar, I will put in like go live in this group today so that I could share before I started my Zooms for the week, all my mastermind Zooms. I'll put in my Google Calendar. I have 4 Zooms today. 4. So those are all in my calendar. Tomorrow I have another 4. Those are all in my calendar. The next day I have another 4. They're all in my calendar. I don't even know what time they are. They're in the calendar, right? I also have in my calendar, Mondays, invite 50 people. Tuesdays, invite 50 people. I do not invite every single day. The business activity tracker will say invite 2 to 5 or whatever every single day. That doesn't work for me, right? And inviting every single day doesn't work for me because I want to be building relationships and following up with people the rest of the week. So that's what works for me. But for some people, that's overwhelming. 2 a day is what they can stick with and be consistent with. My system, what I do, my plan, my action plan, that's what I can be consistent with. That's what I will stick with. So you have to find what works for you. Another thing for me is I love personal development where I'm learning a skill set or I'm really working on like learning Facebook ads or something, right? And so I'm doing another personal development on that right now. And in doing that, like I will sit down for 3 hours without a plan, not planning to sit down for 3 hours, and just dive into that personal development on a whim because I'm like, oh, I just want to learn right now, right? So everyone is so different, but you have to have a plan. It doesn't have to look like the next person's. It doesn't mean it won't work. What will work is the plan that will work for you. So I want you guys, I have 6 questions for you guys, and you have to take action on your plan. If you want to grow as a person, you have to take action on your plan. So I have 6 questions for you. I have them on my computer. My computer just went to sleep. So let me pull up these 6 questions that I want you guys to answer this week. So number 1, I want you to take some time this week. We talked about all your dreams and imagining your future. And I want you to see what the future you will look like 1 year from now. I want you to visualize that. To have the life you desire to have, you have to be the person you desire to be. So I want you to visualize that person. What does that look like a year from now? That's number 1. Number 2, I want you to write down 6 main things, more if you like. Let me move my phone so I can see my notes. Write down 6 main things that you see in the person you will become 1 year from now. It can be related to your health, relationships, career, family, spiritual, life, income, etc., etc. So write down those 6 main things. Number 3, write down 6 things you want to do on a weekly basis that will contribute to becoming the person you see above, and circle the ones you're not doing currently. The ones that you circle, those are your main focus. So if your health is great but your relationships suffer, keep your health curve up. But start focusing on a few things you need to do for your relationships. Okay. Number 4, make a list of 20 things you are thankful for in your life and set a goal. Put it in your action plan, in your calendar somewhere, whatever that looks like for you. Set a goal to review your list each day this week. Guys, if I don't put something in my calendar, like if I don't put to go live in this group, I won't do it. If I don't put, I get pop-up notifications. I get a pop-up on my phone. I get a pop-up on my computer. I get an email to my inbox. So, reviewing this list of 20 things that you're thankful for, you're grateful for, really do this. It's amazing how much better you can train your brain to not be in that downward stream of negativity like everyone else. Because going after your goals and going after goals is a challenge, right? You are going upstream. You're going against the norm, which is the negative. And so focusing on the things that you are grateful for while going after things that you want in your life, like being able to focus on what you have right now in the moment is huge, because if you're not thankful for what you have right now, you're not going to be thankful when you get everything else. Like when I started coaching, yes, I wanted something different for my life, but I was so grateful for everything that I already had. So you need to make a list. You need to review it. I have wrote down, review your list each day this week. So what I love about that is actually for me, I don't review my list. Again, this is what works for you. I actually write out a new list every morning. And if I'm having a bad day, I will write that out. And this is going to sound super morbid, but whenever I'm having a bad day, I'm like, you think your day is bad, but if you were to get a phone call right now that a family member was in the hospital or got in a car accident or something, like it's super morbid, you would feel awful that this is what you think your bad day is, right? So for me, that stuff really, I don't know why, it's so powerful. It pulls me out because I've lost family members. I've lost my aunt to cancer. I've lost both my grandfathers to cancer. Lots of family, obviously, to cancer. And so, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all of it. Like I write those things down every single day. So make a list of your 20, review it each day. Number 5, start seeing yourself and thinking in terms of the person you see yourself becoming a year from now. So see yourself and think in terms of the person you see yourself becoming a year from now. And I know this is going to be tough at first because we don't believe in ourselves, but that's what we're changing. Number 6, act and think as that person would. And number 7, each day this week, do at least one selfless act for someone. Number 7, each day this week, do at least one selfless act for someone. So the other thing I want you guys to do, I really want you to make sure you take time. Like I said, create that action plan and reflect on it after 30 days. Create that action plan and reflect on it. I reflect every week because in coaching, we're earning Success Club non-negotiable every single month, right? That is what we're going after. Like if we want business success, if we want our businesses to grow, Success Club is non-negotiable. Now that being said, I do have coaches that in the beginning, it takes them some time to get their plan together and get everything together. If you are someone that's missed Success Club, that does not mean you can't change that. Doesn't mean that you can't be successful, but that starts with you and you making it non-negotiable this month. So you make Success Club non-negotiable. And because it's a 30-day thing, like I know earning Success Club every single month is going to get me to all of those other goals that I have long term because it's already happened. I've already watched it happen. And so with your action plan, I want you guys to really reflect every single week to say, okay, what can I do different this week? You know, last week I invited 100 people, but I probably didn't connect with enough people. So this week, yesterday, I connected with so many people. Oh my goodness. I was making up for last week. Not recommending that. Stay on top of it. But, you know, that's what happened. I reflected. I saw the things that I wanted to change. And, and I'm changing that this week. So, create your action plan. Answer those 7 questions. And then reflect at the end of the week. So for the coaches that are on my Zoom, next week we're going to be covering your action plans. So we will actually be covering your personal action plan, what's going to work for you, so that you can take action on that and then be able to reflect on that. All right, guys, have a wonderful Tuesday. Happy Valentine's Day. Hope you guys are doing something fun.